Cairn, from developer The Game Bakers, is a game about climbing. And climbing. And, yeah, climbing. It's also about the beauty of nature and surviving both mentally and physically her wrath. Alright, y'all, today we are going to take a look at the demo for Cairn, so let's get stuck in. Alright, so this is how we start. Start in the climbing gym. And the way this is played, and they say play it with a controller, is we're going to come up to this wall, and I'm using an Xbox controller, so we're going to push X, and you see how our character grips the wall, comes up here, and, you know, highlights. I have highlight limb, so I can see what limb is going to move next. And we just climb. And it auto-selects your limb. You can turn on a manual selection of limb, but I'm going to have that turned off. No, I want to go up here. Alright, whatever. And we just continue this process until we get to the top. And then we jump down. Or rappel. This is our little climbing buddy, climbing bot. Yeah, he's going to be our partner. He's going to belay us and help us repair and retrieve our equipment. Alright, let's get going. I don't need to warm up anymore. I've played this, I know what's going on. So I hope y'all are doing alright. I'm doing well, just hanging out. This looks like a pretty straight route. Now in Cairn, you can climb pretty much any surface. You can start here, you can start here, you can start over here. Yeah, so there's no fixed route. You have to figure out the route. And that's something I love about this demo in this game. You can just start climbing. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to put my foot there. Can rotate the camera so you can see where the next hold is. Now this looks easy so far. Can I get there? Yeah, buddy. But there is a little bit to it. Okay, I didn't really get that reach done. Oh, that is not a great position. Alright, you saw I was struggling there a little bit because I'm not in a good spot. Now they simulate climbing pretty dang well. I used to do a lot of climbing when I was a teenager. And so I know what's expected of certain moves and how things should feel. There we go. You know, you have these opposing limbs right now pushing against each other. You can put your fingers in cracks, right? You can smear on the wall, which is what our foot's doing, instead of going into the crack how I want it to. And then you can give yourself a little boost lunge here. Oh, come on. See, there's our little climbing buddy. And yeah, you just pick the best route possible, or what you think is the best route possible. Remember, in climbing, small movements are very good. There we go. And hear her panting, so it's a good sign that maybe I'm not in the strongest position. You can see her legs starting to shake, her arm shaking. Okay. I can shake out. Good. Then I can put in a piton, do a little mini game. If it's crooked or twisted, then when you... No, what are you doing? Ugh. Then it has a chance of coming out when you fall. If you fall. Alright. So our story in Cairn is that we're trying to become the first climber to get up the top of a certain mountain. I'm going to try to traverse here. Traverse is moving sideways. Get a little counter pressure there. No, I didn't want you there. Go there, please. And the mountain is called Kami, the killer. What are you talking about? What are you doing? Why are you tired there? It's because the foot placement's all weird. Can you just put it normally? Thank you. That's not what I wanted. Thank you. Now, something I wish they would have done is put her in climbing shoes. Character's name is Aava. Now, you can push B to cancel. Fine, you want to go there? Where do I want to go? There you go. Reach for it. Come on, move your limbs. What are you doing with that foothold? As you can see, sometimes the limbs don't go exactly where you want them to go. Alright, let's recall our little robot buddy here. So look at this view. Look how painterly that sky is. Alright. And our current goal right now in the demo is to get to the top of that. Simple? Yeah, simple. Come on, dude. Give me my piton back. Thank you. Alright, so save, and then we can do a bivouac. So what this does, put this in our tent, we can cook, we can go through our backpack, you can see all the stuff we have. When you're in the gym, when you start, there's coins all over the ground, so if you get those, you can buy a bunch of stuff like this yellow yak, which increases our thirst and our grip strength. This empty bottle that we found. Alpine Cola, which increases our thirst and gives us 2 minutes of shield, I think, so we don't take damage when we fall or something. I don't know. And then I got an energy bar, which keeps you hungry, but you also get chocolate to do that, and pain pills and water, and you get chalk if I can get over there, and noodles. All right. And then if you have pitons that need to be fixed, you can get them fixed. You can sleep. You can check the weather and what time it is. Alright, so let's get back at it. Alright, you can collect these berries as we go along. You can eat them, you can cook them, you can make tea out of them. We can run and jump, which will be good for traversing a few things.
Okay, pick up.
Chris likes to call
Chris.
us and check in and tell us we're doing awesome.
I just wanted to say, you're in top shape, Aava. You've never been so ready. Cammy, you're gonna make it up there. Cammy is your purpose. It's your mountain.
I know, Chris. I'm ready for it. I've got this.
Yes, that's the spirit. All right, I gotta go.
Yeah, let me see something here. Let's go to gameplay. I'm going to turn on manual limb. So it's not doing manual limb yet. I have to, like, let's go back. Yeah, what? No, come on. All right, whatever. I'm going to jump off. I want to show you manual limb here. So, I don't like that hold. I want to reach up here. And I want to make sure this limb goes where I want it to go, because it wasn't. I want this limb on this. Alright. So I can hold down, I can press the RB and then do a selection with my left stick, and then it'll allow me to select a limb. Yeah, see, we got that ham jam in there. You jam your hand in there, and sometimes you raise your knuckles, or you just create some tension to take some pressure off of, you know, so you don't fall. Alright, let's get going here. I don't want to move that limb. 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 Fine. I want to move this limb. Thank you. No. You're going to go right there, I guess. Now, I've seen somebody, like, no, speed run this and get this whole section in, like, 4 minutes or something ridiculous like that. Smear. Oh, did I find a little crack? I think I found a little edge. So what a smear is when you put your foot flat against the wall, like your toes, and you kind of push down and inward on it, and it, like, allows you to stick to the wall a little bit. But she's not wearing climbing shoes, and that bugs me. You gotta reach. Thank you. Shake out our limbs. I should probably put a piton in, just in case. Ooh, bump. Alright, what's my next limb? Alright, we got a little side grip here. We'll go there. Stand up. Go here and auto mount. Recover a little drone. And here we go. It looks pretty simple, but it really isn't. There's no stamina meter. Like, none at all. So, yeah, you just kind of got to guess based off of her breathing, her limb shaking. If you're really about to fall, the edges get dark and it starts to black. You start to black out, and then you fall. There's different springs and stuff you can find to fill up your water. Alright. See, there's a stream down there. I could have filled up my water. You can find other resources, like if you see in the top of that arch, a dome, there's a honeycomb. There's bees, and you can get honey from that, which is pretty cool. So now we gotta choose our next route. So we can walk around here. We can see all of what nature has to offer. So if we climb, and we'll probably do it to show it, if we climb that tall spire there, then we can jump to the wall across from it, and we'll show that. Alright. This looks like a pretty straightforward short climb. Let's give it a go. Let's get our hands here just so we can get our feet planted. But it is a survival game, so you do have to think about stuff such as food and water and health and temperature. But yeah, it's just a serene game. For the most part. This is kind of the tutorial area still. Yeah, this is... Ah! Ow. Ow. Oh my god. Oh my god! That's why pitons are important. Alright, now look at my legs. I'm all bloodied and bruised. Alright, let's go in our backpack. Let's get something to drink. Let's get some pain meds. There we go. See some berries. Alright, now I'm looking good. Alright, I'll come back when I get back to the top. And remember, pitons are your friend. Alright, we're back, baby. I don't know where we went. We didn't fall, did we? I don't think we fell. Did we fall? No. Alright, let's get some hydration here. Get some chocolate. You know what? Let's get some chalk. Oh, I can't get chalk until I start climbing. That's right. Alright, so if we push LB, the left bumper, we can zoom out and kind of see the whole thing. Right? And if we push Y, we can see the route that we took. So the green and blue areas are easy. That's, you know, we did very well there. We chose a good route. And then the red is very bad, and the down arrow shows where we fell. Now let's get back to it. We're going to choose this route. I love games about exploration. They're one of my favorite games to play. Like when I play Elden Ring or Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, whatever. One of my favorite things to do is just explore. I'm like, what game? What's my goal? I don't care. Because I'm exploring right now. There we go. And this game definitely scratches that itch. 100%. Alright, no, I want you... Okay, you're not gonna let me. So if you're into exploration games like I am, then This might be something up your alley. Alright, I'm going to traverse here. Traverse means going to the side. And can I do a little hand jam in here? Alright, we got the hand jam. Nice. That allows us to put opposing pressure against two close rock faces with our fingers. See how rested she is? Alright, toe jam. There we go, stand up. Let's get you there. Let's get you there. That's gonna be weird position. That's not exactly where I wanted to go, but it's where we went. Okay, let's get a piton in here. Yeah, see, I knew my feet were in a bad position. Alright, we're going to grab the rope. Kind of puts us close to where we were. Yeah, wants to put me there. There we go. Stand up. The breathing is excellent in this game. You know, I did choose kind of a hard route. I need to start going over. What the heck? Rope sound. Alright, let's stand up, go for that. I want you to go for that. You can go there. You can go there. That's not where I wanted you. That's not where I wanted you. Ugh. Like, I want it on that face that my rope is going through, but nope. Alright. We're gonna go this way a little bit. No, what are you doing? Do do do. Bonk. Now we can off belay, which is just hanging there, and then when we go back on belay, we'll be in the exact same position on the wall, so you can't really use it to reposition yourself. That would be cheating. Alright, we're just going to go here. You're going to come up and do a little schmear. You're going to reach for that. Why are you there? I don't want you there. Oh my gosh. No. What the? Thank you. Okay. So we're going to try to go up to the left. So the way the system works, as I understand it, it like tries to sense where the most pressure is, the most strainage is on the limb, and chooses a limb maybe opposite of that to move, like the opposing limb. No, 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 no. I don't want to do that. Left trigger, turn on my light. There we go. Pretty intense light. Not sure why it's so long, but Maybe we plant it on the top of the mountain. Show that we made it. We're okay. Nice. Now, we can only bivouac at spots where there's a save point, or we can sleep outside. Luckily for us, there's one right here. Anyway, so let's do some cooking. We'll need water. And ingredient, we're going to add some ramen. We're going to cook that up. Okay, so it's going to give us food, water, and help us with staying warm, because we are going to be climbing a mountain. Alright, consume it. Thank you. I don't need to watch her eat. That's disgusting. Okay, I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to continue to sleep until I'm full health. No. Dusk. Okay. I want to climb this thing so that I can show you the jump. And I'll be right back when I get up. Alright, y'all. We made it up to the top of this spire. And I put a piece of hardware down there, a piton. I just repelled off as it's showing, you know, hold A to repel. And now we're going to try to make this jump. I don't know if we're going to be able to. I've seen others do it, so let's try. Oh! Check that out. We're going to place a piton right now. That is pure skill. No luck involved. Alright, now where are we going to go? Okay, we should traverse right, I think. No. There. That's a better spot. That's probably not a good spot. No, see, that wasn't a good spot. There we go. No, I don't want to move that one. No, I don't want to move that one. No, I don't want to move that. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. See how this game works sometimes? Alright, sorry about the cut there. My microphone cut out. So, let's get back to it. Alright. You want to stop being dumb, legs? Just stand there. No. Thank you. I want to grab that. No, maybe I should go over here. Can I grab you? I can grab you. Where's my foot gonna go? Alright, you're gonna go here. You're gonna go there. Stand up. Grab that. Grab you. You know what? I'm curious. So, you can see I fell a couple times in my jump attempts, but I wasn't going to show each one of those. It's okay. You know, it's just, you know, editing. But, yeah, you can see did some red areas there. When I had to climb back up here, there were some red areas, pretty sketch. And then there's a red area there, but otherwise good. I actually didn't want to go there, but whatever. So like I said, I used to climb way back when I was in high school. I did a lot of sport climbing, some gym climbing, and did some outdoor climbs, some outdoor bouldering. I think my longest climb was 2 pitches down at the Pinnacles in California. Never made it to Joshua Tree, unfortunately. But, yep. Alright, and here we are. That's Mount Kami. That's our destination. Bloody ankles.
Are you ready for Cammy? Doesn't look so bad, does it?
That looks awful. And awesome at the same time. Okay, and that's our entire ascent. So you can see coming out of the climbing gym, we didn't take the best route. We bivouacked there. This is the route that I took. Started there, fell all the way down the waterfall. Came up here, bivouacked down there, climbed the spire. May have fallen a few times attempting the jump. You never saw anything. And there it is. Total time's 51 minutes, but we're editing most of that out. Actually, I only have 46 minutes on my recording. I think I was like just sitting there talking while this thing was going. All right. I hope that was informative. I'm excited for this. I'll probably play it when it comes out early in November. But yeah, thanks for coming along. Oh, look at that. So pretty. Nice. But yeah, thanks for coming along. I hope you treat yourself well because remember, you're worth it. Cheers.